So I couldn't recommend it highly enough to anyone out there who suffers any sort of low back pain.
My mom said the first time I got on that thing and inverted, she said the look on my face, I looked like I was so relieved, the pressure.
And I will continue to use it for my back for many years to come.
It's been one of the best purchases that I've ever made in my life.
I have 6 grandkids, and I am able to get on the floor and play with them. Thanks for being there for me. I really appreciate it. Keep up the good work and stay upside down.
Man, it feels so good and just really relaxes you. I don't know that I'll ever not use this every day.
We use it every night right before we go to bed. We love our inversion table and we couldn't do it without it.
I just really wanted to say thank you.
I literally have goosebumps listening to people's stories.
I know.
This is Riley Teeter, Roger's amazing, I was gonna say wife, that's Jenny, daughter, and the CEO of the company. We miss your father. We celebrate his memory this year.
Yes, thank you.
And you carrying on his legacy is an amazing thing.
You know, it means so much that I get to do it because he was so impassioned with this product and with changing people's lives. I mean, he lived with back pain for 5 years that was incredibly debilitating, and it changed his life. Like everything changes when you have back pain. Your mental state, your emotional state, and he was trying everything to get relief and nothing worked. I mean, as you know, most things, they deal with symptoms, you're taking pills, you're still aching, you're masking it. Exactly.
It's like being like on an antidepressant.
Right.
It's just masking what's really going on. So I'm glad you shared that because it was Roger's bad experience with an injury that led him and his wife, your mom Jenny, to developing this product in 1981. Now, years went by before, and now the fact that we can say this is an FDA, approved, this is FDA regulated, a class 1 medical device. It is UL listed. By the way, it's really the table you want. There's other copycatters out there, but none of them can say this, right?
That's true.
This is the product that is FDA registered to be able to deal with the following. And this is major, not just back pain, sciatica, spinal degenerative joint disease, spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension. The list is longer, so let's continue because it's so much more than that. Check this out, herniated disc, degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome, muscle spasms. You know, there were many years that went by that we weren't able to even talk about any of those things.
I know, it was all word of mouth. It was really relied on the testimonials and people selling it to their friends because when you have back pain, and then you find relief that's natural, non-invasive in your own home, you're in control, you go to it when you need it, it is a game changer. So you tell people. And so we were really fortunate to have those spokespeople out there. But when FDA came forward and gave us clearance for so many different types of back pain, saying this product is indicated for those, it was like, okay, the wheels are on the road and the truth is out there. It's very clear, it's very black and white because the difference that what's going on in your body is incredibly unique to anything else you can do. You can't stretch it out at home using rollers or anything else. It's decompression. It's using your body weight and traction. So each joint is being decompressed by the same weight that compresses it while upright. So your neck is being decompressed by your head, your lumbar is being decompressed by your entire torso. Each joint is getting the right amount of stretch. And this is able to target back pain. I mean, if you noticed, we were talking about pinched nerves with sciatica, herniated disc, all sorts of different conditions. And the reason it's able to target so many different kinds is the first thing it does is it's going to stretch and relax tense muscles. So muscle tension, muscle spasm, it's gonna help relax and relieve. It's realigning the spine. Now think that's normally an appointment that you have to go out to, and it's decompressing the spine, and that's really where the game is changed. This is really why so many people find relief with the Teeter, is because when that disc is decompressed, that disc can get the nutrition it needs. It does not have a blood supply like so many other cells in your body. They're nourished by blood. The discs rely on the moments when the pressure is off of them. They're like sponges and they're gonna absorb the nutrition that they need, and then they're going to get fed. But with pressure on. I mean, Callie, when you are standing, when you are sitting, basically from the moment you put your feet on the ground getting out of bed, pressure's on the disc and moisture's being squeezed out. So you're not nourishing your disc all day long. Now think about what happens if you have a teeter. You are giving your back mini breaks and you're laying down, you're inverting, so you're pulling traction, you're getting the pressure in the spine to at or near zero.
Yeah.
And those discs can soak up what they need. They can recover many times throughout the day. So if you have degenerative disc disease or a herniated disc, bulge disc, slip disc, that disc is getting what it needs multiple times.
It makes sense when you think about the traction. It's just opening up all of that to be fed and to let that blood flow. And it's taking kind of that pressure off of a point that might be pinched, and that's why you're feeling the pain. And
right.
The truth is, I mean, there's all kinds of choices that, you know, many of us have made over the course of our lifetime. But I like the more holistic options personally,
yes.
Especially when they have been proven over the course. I mean, you guys have had the table for 40 years. It's been here at HSN for 25. It's been proven to do all of these things that can help for the long haul. And, you know, everything is temporary, like I heard Suzanne say, like brushing our teeth, like anything is temporary. But this is something that instead of reaching for a pill or opening that cabinet, try this. And I know after 25 years, many of you, maybe you got a table way back in the day. I know my producer, Pat, he still has the original table. Get this, the original table from 25 years ago, and he paid $299. 25 years ago.
Yes.
We've never done $249, and this is the latest model.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, it's New Year's, right? I mean, this is when you're setting your New Year's resolutions. The top New Year's resolution is about improving our health.
Absolutely,
and
feeling better.
This is an easy way to do that, because if you have back pain, it's a downward spiral. You stop being active, the loss of activity lets the muscles weaken, and weak muscles mean your back doesn't have that support, so the back pain gets worse. So taking care of your joints is an easy first step to being more mobile. I mean, it's not just about back pain. Of course, most of us wait until we have a problem to deal with it, but it's very much preventative. Your discs are needing hydration all the time, and it's keeping them flexible, mobile. We have some great testimonials where people are talking about, you know what, I couldn't even play golf, and now that swing is there because the flexibility is back.
And so many of us, as we age, the stress of life causes us to get, you know, tense. So just to relax. My personal experience, because I have the latest table, and I did an upgrade a couple years ago. I donated mine to a friend who really needed it, and I got myself a new table, which I've had now for a couple of years. And I use it, in fact, just recently. This is a personal story. I was like, why do we have so many headaches? I'm like, is it just allergies? Maybe it's just the stress. Maybe it's all of the above. I started inverting. And before I knew it, it was like, that is what helped me to stretch my neck. For me, it's like in this area. But just to stretch and then to twist, it's incredible how effective it is, considering it's such a natural alternative.
Well, you know what, talking about necks, it's tech neck. All of us are leaning our heads down to look at our phones, to look at our devices, and that really does put a lot of stress on your neck. I mean, if you've seen those depictions where it has like your head weighs 10 pounds on your shoulders, and then it gets out to the equivalent of like 25 pounds when it's forward.
That makes sense.
What that does is put high stress points on your muscles, but mostly on the discs themselves. It wedges them out, and it really increases your chance of pinching nerves and having all sorts of problems. So correcting our posture is a huge benefit that you get here. I mean, you feel like we show the animation with the spine realigning. That is a visual change as well. You're improving the posture. You're opening up your chest, opening up, you know, these pec muscles get so tight, and just stretching that out. It just feels so good. I hear from so many people that say, this is the moment I take to sort of meditate and breathe and relax. And here you can see it's stretching and relaxing tense muscles. Like you were talking about, Callie, that's what really bothers you. It's realigning the spine. And here's where the magic really happens. When we decompress the spine, really what I want people to understand is when you lay down, yes, you take pressure off the spine. spine. But there's muscles and ligaments that are holding that spine in background compression. It's actually in a study, we'll show you later, 25% of standing body weight is the equivalent pressure that's in your spine even when laying down. So
this is such a treat. It is such a treat. You will absolutely love every minute. I didn't mean to interrupt your thought.
But it's true because it's a stretch. Anybody that's ever done like just even a stretch like this and you stretch it out and the muscle relaxes and you go, okay, yeah, things are starting to feel better. This is the ultimate stretch. So when you go into inversion, we are finally getting the pressure in the disc to at or near zero. Because remember, at laying down, you still have 25% pressure in the disc. When the pressure gets in the disc to at or near zero, that thirsty disc that does not have a blood supply is not getting its nutrition from blood, instead getting the nutrition that it needs for recovery and rejuvenation by absorption. So we're taking these little sponges and we're letting them soak up the nutrition that they need so that they can get to their full height capacity, and that's gonna improve your mobility, your range of motion. It's going to relieve the pressure and the pain and realign that spine.
And you know, I was just doing it with the tether on, so I didn't go into full inversion. It's as effective at that angle as it is in full inversion. And I do still talk to a lot of people. I've been doing this with you and your dad for almost 4 years out of the 25 you've been here. And you know, there's still people that are like, but what happens if I can't get up? What do I do if I get in that position? What do I do? And it's such an easy answer, so I think we should address it.
Oh, I agree, because even getting mic'd last night, the gal's like, this is so interesting, but I'm scared. Like, and if you read the reviews, so this product's new, so you're not gonna find reviews on it, but if you go in and search Teeter, you will find our other version, and it has 471 reviews, almost all of them 5-star, and one thing you're gonna notice is people again said, I can't believe I didn't get this sooner. I was so scared and so nervous that I couldn't do it, but it's incredibly easy. So let me just show you, there's 3 things you have to do. 1, 2, 3. And it's all right here. So set your height. You're just gonna pull this pin, find your height. It's in inches and centimeters. Set your maximum angle of inversion, and there's this tether strap here. It has a buckle. You can slide it to any angle you want. And then the last thing is just lock in your ankles. Now, if you'll notice, we have these incredible ankle system where the foam is on the inside for soft, squishy comfort, and then the back has a hard shell. So that gives you security, and it actually wraps around and sits sort of on the top of your foot so that it doesn't give pressure, like it's not clamping down and making you feel like, you know, it's tight or uncomfortable.
It's comfy.
It's comfy.
But make sure you hear that click, because that's the key to it being locked. Speaking of that, because it is the safest table on the market. There are copycatters out there. Please don't get it. Please do me a favor, because this has been UL tested like to the nth degree,
yes,
well
this
beyond.
is safety tested. Well, what happened is, you know, my parents started this company 42 years ago. When you get popular, you get the copycats coming over. We're the only US-based designed and engineered company. Everybody else is a Me Too just shipping over. And they don't meet any regulations, nothing. They use the wrong steel. And this test is showing you, this is the basic requirement for safety, is that dashed line there. You can see the Teeter is the top one, and we exceeded it. They actually stopped the test for time. My dad jumped on, did sit-ups on that table, perfect quality. The other ones failed, and what's crazy is people don't think steel will tear, will rip, but it actually will. It will fatigue from the cycling of going back and forth. It will break. And those tables snapped. And it was a catastrophic failure. Yeah.
But this table not only didn't, they went beyond.
Well, because we use different steel. We do. We use heat-treated high-carbon steel. It's 73% stronger. It lasts 10 times longer. Oh, wow. And that's why your producer has his that he bought 25 years ago and can still safely, comfortably use it. And we hear that all the time. In fact, when I was reading reviews last night, people were saying, yeah, I got myself upgraded with the new one and I gave away the one that I bought 20 years ago. I mean, it's not like we're not trashing it.
And maybe, exactly, maybe that's what you do. I did. I got mine. I mean,
yes,
I didn't have the original, the one with the canvas or the cloth. That's what Pat has still to this day. And he said just this week, he was like on it, couldn't get this one little kink out of a shoulder, and just moving it. And you know, it wiggles your way back into alignment is the best way I can describe it. Something I have not mentioned yet, and this is huge. Not only is this the lowest price ever in 25 years, what has gone down in price in the last year or so? Anything?
Nothing.
Nothing. But this is $50 less than it was 25 years ago. But this is the latest model. So, I mean, think about that. And it normally comes with a 5-year warranty. We're giving you 10. We're doubling that warranty, 10 years. You will never find that this is gonna fall apart on you. It is the best table in the market, hands down. It's our only inversion table we've ever offered in 50 years, or 25 years. You'd think, you know, oh, strong category, well, let's bring in other brands. No, we went with the best, we stayed with the best, and it's Teeter.
Yeah, that is the truth. Callie, we got to show them how easy it is to use. We set it up and then I got talking about something else. So what you do when you set your height is half your body weight's on one side of the pivot point and half your body weight's on the other side. So it's simply the weight displacement of putting your arms over your head that rotates you into inversion. And then arms at your side, you come back upright. So if you want to go inversion, weight headward, upright, weight footward. Now, see how I put my arms at my side and I'm not completely upright? All you have to do is bend your knees and you come back up. As long as you're moving weight footward, you're gonna come back up. So the important thing that you need to do when you get this home is make sure you set it to your height. That's the key, because that's gonna balance your weight. And sometimes I will say, people balance a little bit off of their weight, 1 to 2 inches, depending on if you carry more weight down in your hips or more weight up in your shoulders. So think that through, like when you know your weight displacement on your body, if you know you carry more weight in your upper body, more weight's gonna be headward, so you're gonna rotate more, so you might want to set it 1 to 2 inches longer. So I always tell people, start 1 to 2 inches longer than your actual length and then start bringing it down. And you will find the perfect balance point. Like Ebony is brand new to inversion. She's only done it once in her chiropractor's office. She came on and is modeling boldly for us, live on TV, not being a seasoned inverter.
It just takes that one time to feel it and go, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
But we had to play with our settings. We spent a little bit of time going, okay, let's lengthen it. We do have some roller hinges that allow you to set it to different responsiveness. And you can see that, you know, she does have control, and it really depends on how quickly she moves her arms. If she moves them nice and slow, she's going to go slowly. If she puts them up quickly, like she did, if you decide, I want to get up, the phone's ringing, just, you know, you can come straight back up. But it really is that easy.
It is that easy, and it's the most incredible feeling. When you get done, either you're gonna feel giddy with like the blood flow throughout your body, or you're just gonna feel so relaxed.
Yes,
what is bad
isn't that
about
crazy?
either of those?
I know, I was talking to somebody and they said, you know, we were saying, why invert? I was asking help at work, like, why do you guys invert? What's the thing that gets you on the table? And the new guy was like, you know what? I thought it was really crazy, but every time I get off, I have an energy surge.
You do?
Like I am back at it. I said, that's funny. There's this famous author that says this is how he gets over those moments of writer's block, right? But for me, it's the opposite. It's the last thing I do. I'm seriously in my pajamas. It's in my bedroom. I get on, I stretch out, I pop my back, and I feel so relaxed.
And it takes like maybe 3 minutes.
Oh yeah,
3-4 minutes. I mean, you can stay longer if you want, but it doesn't take long. And there's no electricity, there's no power cable, there's nothing like that. You know, you mentioned that Ebony had tried this one time at her chiropractor's. We've got a lot of doctors that have jumped on board to really, you know, endorse their belief in the efficacy of this product. I'd love to take a listen to several of them. And Bob is a new testimonial I really want to hear as well. But take a listen to this, and we'll tell you more on the other side. Keep in mind, it's only $50 to get this delivered. Free shipping to your door. But here's one of the doctors.
So when you decompress, there is a lengthening of the spine. And by doing so, with a greater disc height, you've got more room for the nerves, there's less compression with the facet joints, and the spine is just much happier.
For the past 53 years, I've been a neurosurgeon with a major interest in chronic pain and dealing with many patients with back pain. Most patients tell me if they use their Teeter inversion table on a regular basis, they simply feel much better. No one has to do anything to you, and I think it's a very natural way to deal with the problem.
I was hurting all the time, and golf was a chore. I wasn't hitting the ball that well. I saw the Teeter commercial, and I saw one of the guys saying, you know, he inverts and gets out and he plays. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. After like 10 or 12 days, I was fully inverting, and I'm flexing on it, and I'm like, wow, you know, it's giving your spine a mini vacation because you're taking all that pressure off of it, letting it stretch out. It's given me a lot of motion back. My pain is reduced. My outlook is great, and I'm hitting the ball the best I've hit since I've been playing golf, you know, since I was 30. I'm jazzed. I'm just, you know. Every Saturday we take the grandkids for like 5 or 6 hours, and pretty much anything they want to do, I can keep up with them, and that's huge. I mean, that's quality of life. That's big stuff. You can't buy that, and and that's what you want to do. Teeter helps me lead the physical life I want to live. I don't just endorse stuff unless it's made a big change in my life, and this is one of the things that's made a big change in my life.
Wow, you know, it really does. I mean, when you think about it, I just got goosebumps at that, because if you're the one that's in pain, guess what? Everybody else is impacted by it too. Yeah. Because you can't be out there with the kids. You can't do the things that you wanted to do or used to be able to do because you're stuck inside maybe with pain. I mean, whether it's a little pain or a lot of pain or different varieties of different pain, let's talk a little bit again about, I mean, this is an FDA registered Class 1 medical device.
Yeah. Indicated for major conditions. Yeah. I mean, the overarching back pain, of course, but sciatica, that's a pinched nerve. Spinal degenerative joint disease, that's the same as osteoarthritis. Spinal curvature due to tight muscles. I mean, frankly, we all have spinal curvature that's off a little bit from sitting all the time and just bad posture in general. Muscle tension, I mean, seriously, everybody also has that, right? Yep. Especially last year and the last couple of years. Yep. And the list goes on. Herniated disc, that's a bulge disc, slip disc, degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome, and muscle spasm. And the reason it's 10 different types of back pain conditions, and you're going, well, those are all really different, right? Like one's muscle, one's disc, one's nerve. How is it targeting so many different types of back pain? And that's because it's actually going to the source. We're not masking it. We're not masking the pain and taking pills. We are stretching and relaxing tense muscles for muscle spasm or muscle tension. We're realigning the spine. So if you've sat at your desk with your shoulders hunched forward, or you're wearing high heels, or you're doing things that are just putting your spine out of whack, this is naturally going to realign it. And we do have our specialized table bed. I do want to point that out. We have a firm surface, and that promotes slide of the body to get you decompression, but it also has the lumbar bridge, which does help with the realignment of the hips and the decompression of the lower back. And that's really where the magic happens. When you get that stretch in the spine and it lengthens out, we relieve the pressure and the pain. If you have a pinched nerve, the pressure's off, right? If you have a herniated disc, the pressure's off, and that disc is rejuvenating with the nutrition that it needs. It is helping you get true, natural relief.
That's exactly, and I feel like that is what we all deserve, to feel good every day. You know, to be honest, I don't have any of the things on that list, thankfully. Yeah. But I do it to relax, to decompress, to help stretch the muscles and my spine.
Well, that's so true. I love that you said that, because so many athletes, we have it posted on our Facebook page because a famous wrestler, actor, took a pictures, you know, post-workout, he's all great. And right in the background is the Teeter. I mean, there are famous dancers, musicians, the list goes on, Olympic athletes, because your joints are a huge part of everything that you do, right?
Wow, every day.
And they're the forgotten element of fitness. In fact, there's really very little that you can do to help your joints. And using the Teeter is very much a maintenance program for your joints, because we are realigning the back. We are hydrating the discs with the nutrition and the moisture that they need.
Yeah.
And that maintains flexibility, range of motion.
All the things that we want in life to make us feel good, to make us think more clearly. Let's be honest, this is mind, body, and soul.
Right.
We're going to talk about that throughout the show, because, you know, I think it's the perfect combination that we need to just feel better about living this life with all the responsibilities that we'll still have as we go through the year. But this is something you will have for years. And speaking of years, it's been here at HSN for 25 years. This has never been done. We've never done a Today Special with this product, in spite of the fact I still can't believe that, because I've been here for almost all those 25 years. I've never seen it lower than $299. So if it's been 25 years for us to get to this low of a price ever, it's certainly not going to come around maybe in our lifetime again.
This is your big opportunity.
Roger.
Yeah.
I loved your father. He was like a father to me. I just loved him.
He was inspirational. He really, really was. I mean, he was a man of purpose, of energy. He had a lot of kindness and integrity. He really believed in this. He really, really did. I mean, coming on HSN was one of his true joys in life. I mean, they started this business because of his back pain. It changed his life. It means a lot to him to change other people's lives. So I really thank you guys for letting us be here for 25 years and be the only inversion table brand that's ever been on HSN.
True. And you know, Roger and I, we used to call this, it's the fun side of fitness.
Yeah.
It's passive fitness, but it is fun. I mean, Roger used to like do upside down crunches, and I mean, amazing what this product did for his life, which is really where it all began, and he wanted to share that message and that opportunity with everybody around the world. I mean, millions of tables, of Teeter tables. Millions. But nobody ever got this price. Not ever. Not even 25 years ago, and the first table came to HSN.
No, it's so true.
It was $299 25 years ago.
But it's New Year, right? I mean, we got the first TS day of 2023, so it had to be something special.
And by the way, 10-year warranty. That's not typical. That's a New Year's special. It does come with the Teeter Move app.
Yes, thank you. Yes, because that's huge. Education is everything. And we have a free app. So you download it. You can download it right now if you just want to check it out. It's on-demand videos. Never put it in a credit card, so it's going to give you quick tutorials. It's going to make getting started very easy. Goal-specific classes. So if you have sciatica and you want to know what stretches can I do that is specifically going to target that pinched nerve in my back, we have it there.
And it comes with a 3D app too to help.
Right, assembly. Yes,
3D assembly. It's
all
super,
the tools,
easy.
Most of it's put together, and it'll take about half an hour.
So we're gonna have more time to talk about this at noon. I know this is just a really quick airing. I'm so glad. I know over 1,300 are gone. We don't have a lot of these today at this price. It is really good that you're up early. Those people who are sleeping in this morning because they're hungover, they could completely miss out on this one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The early bird gets the worm. Make better choices.
Exactly. We will see you at noon. Thank you so much.
Thank
Donna,
you, Kelly.
Ebony, too. Thanks so much. Well, Happy New Year 2022. We're going to talk about